Hello and welcome to this week's video. Today we are going to be arranging some flowers and we're also going to take a quiz that tells you what your love language is. Do I really want to know what my love language is? I mean, I kind of do, but I'm also scared to know. From what I think it is that your love language is essentially how you prefer to show affection and love to your loved ones or your other half. So these arrived this morning and it's basically like a arrange your own sort of flower kit, as it were. Were these given to me by a love interest? No. No, they were not. You would think that would go really well with this little video, right? No, these were given to me by a client that I'm working for at the moment. I just thought, yeah, you gotta get your wins where you can. If I was in some sort of rom-com, I would be imagining that I was opening these from my love interest, but alas, there is no love interest in my life right now. Let's kick off the quiz as well. I wasn't sure which quiz I was supposed to be doing online because you know like loads will come up. It'll be like a BuzzFeed one and loads of different psychology websites, and I really hope I haven't picked one where I have to like page through the results. Like, vexes me when that happens. Just let me know how I cope with love and don't charge me for it because I'm suffering enough already. So I'm doing one on the website 5 Love Languages. Choose the perfect vase. I've got 2 options, like a swirly one and then this one, which I think just might be ever so slightly too big, like a proper swooshy kind of vase. So that's an option. Got a jug of water for the flowers, some scissors to cut the stems, and I've got some water for myself as well because you should remember to water yourself, not just your flowers, you know? Like, water your soul. Stay hydrated, kids. Let us begin cutting some stems. First question is, what is your gender? I am female and I identify with she and her pronouns. Next up, they're asking for an age range, which is 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 and up. And I still fit in the youngest age category, so that's nice. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love sends me a loving note, text, email for no special reason, or when I hug someone I love. It's when someone sends like a note, text or email for no special reason. If I ever kind of get a message out of the blue from someone I love and it's kind of a relatively gushy one, or just one where you can tell it's because they were thinking of you, that means so much to me. I wonder what kind of flower this is going to end up being. I'm currently cutting off the stems and like laying them in a row. Ooh, look at these. Guys, I'm overheating, so I'm gonna have to change this look up a little bit. Maybe it's like I'm getting nervous sweats from doing this quiz because I'm scared about what it's gonna say, but anyway, I can't remember if I cut these ones or not. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love does something unexpected for me to help me with a project, or I can share an innocent touch with someone I love. These were really difficult questions because I want it all. I want it all. An innocent touch. I mean, can't we get hot and frisky? Where are we at this point? Like, if we're at a supermarket, sure, an innocent touch, but my gut is to go for when someone does something unexpected to help me with a project. These blooms look really, really exciting. I don't know, should I pull off it comes in like a protected little white film. Oh my god, so pretty. All plans of cutting these stems is going out the window, I'm not lying. Moving on, hopefully away from exes. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love puts their arm around me in public, someone surprises me with a gift. 100% when someone puts their arm around me in public. Like, I'm not super into like massive public displays of affection in that I don't want someone to be trying to snog me in the town square. But when someone kind of initiates some sort of like affection in public and it shows that they're into you and that they want to touch. You know when you're like in that really excited, happy phase of like starting to date someone and you can't keep your hands off each other? Having someone even think to put their arm around you in public is such a special moment. I understand that a lot of my answers to these are probably really contradictory. We have lots of these pink blooms, which is extremely, extremely exciting. Oh no, I'm sorry. I've hurt it with my physical affection. Right, I'm just gonna carefully lay this down. These little buds, I have no idea what these ones are gonna end up as, but they look slightly like purpley and yellow at the tip. So we will see what those end up like. It's more meaningful to me when I receive a gift from someone I love, or I hear from someone I love that they love me. 100%, I think it's when I hear from someone I love that they love me. But what would confuse me about this answer is that receiving a gift from someone I love is more of like a silent love language, I guess, in a way. As in like, it's actions speaking louder than words. I always worry that when someone says they love me that they don't mean it, or that maybe they're in love with the idea of me and not so much with me. Because it takes a lot for me to let someone in and really get to know me. So I think a lot of the time people see this idealized, curated version of myself that I put out there, and if someone says to me that they love me and I don't think they know me that well, it doesn't mean that much to me. Like, I'd rather someone wait a lot longer to say it. In the past, I was seeing someone and they told me that they loved me and I didn't say it back. And it's not because I didn't love them, but I said this to them. I said, thanks. No, I said, oh, I can't remember what I said. To be honest, like, memories fade, don't they? I said that I feel the same way, but when I say it, I want it to be my own moment, because I want to say that I love you because it's my moment to say it, and it's really strong and overwhelming, rather than just in answer to what you've said to me, because I think that means more. And I would actually rather someone do the same to me. Like, if I said to someone I love you, I don't expect them to say it back. You know when it's right for you to say it. And like, I'd hate for someone to feel like they had to say it back to me to be polite or not to hurt my feelings. Like, it doesn't mean that you don't feel strongly about the person, but I think it means more to do it off your own back rather than just saying it as a response. Right, we're gonna go for someone saying that they love you, because we are dawdling. Let's cut some more flowers. I always feel like slight Morticia vibes whilst I'm doing this, but let's snippety snip snip. It's more meaningful to me when I sit close to someone I love, or I am complimented by someone I love for no apparent reason. Am I realising that maybe I'm slightly vain? I think it might be the compliment one, you know. As long as it's not hollow, that's the problem. Is this gonna tell me that I have like emotional trust issues? It's no for no apparent reason, as in like I don't deserve the compliment. I mean, we all know that feeling, right? When you're in the honeymoon phase, and I don't know, that excitement when literally all it is that you're sitting knee to knee with someone that you really, really like, and it's really exciting. It's like electric sparks everywhere. I want these both. This is really difficult. I'm gonna go for when I sit close to someone I love, because the whole like I am complimented by someone I love for no apparent reason, I think if it was for no apparent reason, then it might make me feel like it's hollow, like I'd want to have a slight reason. Like, say if I put effort into my appearance and that went noticed, I think that would mean more to me in a way than say if I was just like had just woken up and someone said, oh, you look really pretty, because I so deeply embedded inside me don't believe that I don't think that would mean that much to me. It's more meaningful to me when I get the chance to just hang out with someone I love, or I unexpectedly get some gifts from someone I love. I think it's the hanging out with someone I love for this one. It's really weird. I feel like some of these questions are like repeated, but because it's been worded ever so slightly differently, I'm like then questioning how I would perceive that. It's more meaningful to me when I hear someone I love tell me, I'm proud of you, or when someone I love helps me with a task. I think it's the when I hear someone tell me I'm proud of you, because I struggle a lot with imposter syndrome and I find it hard to be proud of myself. So hearing that someone is proud of me does mean a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay guys, look, I've cut off all the stems and this is what we're working with. I didn't really have a game plan, I probably should, but they're all cut now, isn't that nice? It's more meaningful to me when someone I love does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things, or I feel connected to someone I love through a hug. I think when someone does things instead of just doing nice, like does instead of just talking, is what we're gonna go for that. Okay, I'm gonna lay all my flowers out so I can see what I'm working with before I like fully start arranging this shit. That's me, these are beautiful, they're not shit. I'm a piece of shit, the flowers aren't. It's more meaningful to me when I'm able to just be around someone I love, or I get a background from someone I love. Also, making sure that the back rub isn't just a back rub because someone wants it to lead to sex, because that's like an ulterior motive, you know. I'm gonna go with back rub, because no matter what the ulterior motives are, your girl likes a good back rub. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love reacts positively to something I've accomplished, or someone I love does something for me that I know they don't particularly enjoy. If someone doesn't particularly enjoy something, even though it means something to me, I wouldn't necessarily want them to do it for me if they really don't enjoy it. Like, obviously there's levels to this, but I, for example, really love going to art galleries, but only galleries where like it's a more interactive experience, when there's like projections and like more kind of sculpture-y type things. I really like that sort of thing. Like, I really want to go to the Van Gogh exhibition in London at some point, but I can appreciate that some people would find that really boring. And if someone got me tickets to that and went with me, even though they're not particularly into it, that would mean a lot to me. But equally, I wouldn't mind them just getting me tickets and saying, I don't want to go with a friend. I think it'd actually probably be doing something that I know they don't particularly enjoy, but I would never expect that of them, if that makes sense. Like, even though it would mean a lot to me, I would never expect that of someone. Oh, I don't know what vase to put these flowers in. Let's see, what kind of volume are we talking here? Because remember, they're also going to all open up a lot. I also think I haven't cut these. Have I cut these like small enough? Okay, I think I'm gonna try and put them in this really big vase just because this is the prettier one. But I do think I might not have cut these short enough. Let's try that. Yeah, oh, I think some of these stems need to be a bit shorter. I think I'm gonna start off with like these fillery white ones. I think that's what I'm gonna put in first. Am I meant to put water in first? Done. Am I meant to separate these flowers out a little bit? I don't want to break them, but I feel like if we can just kind of zhuzh them a little bit, you know? Just gently zhuzhing. It's more meaningful to me when I can look forward to a holiday because I'll probably get a gift from someone I love, or I hear the words "I appreciate you" from someone I love. I mean, that's probably the easiest one. It's 100% when I hear someone say that I appreciate you. That really means a lot to me. Particularly if they mean it. It's nice when they mean it. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love surprises me with a small token of their affection, or I'm touching someone I love frequently to express our friendship. I mean, I don't feel like friendship-wise I need to touch people. So when someone I love surprises me with a small token of their affection. Okay, we're on the last question. I better hurry up with my arrangement. I'm not sure if I'm happy with how I've done this. To be fair, I was slightly distracted, but maybe I should have gone for the smaller vase. It's more meaningful to me when I am complimented by someone I love for no apparent reason, I hug someone I love, or someone I love helps me with a task. When I'm like super in love with someone, hugging's just the best, you know? I'm gonna end it with the hugging one. When it's someone I'm in love with, I really dig a good hug. Is it gonna show me my results? I'm not sure my flower arrangement is very good, guys. Obviously these flowers will look a lot nicer once they've bloomed a little bit, but for the finale we're gonna let the hair down, put the shirt back on. Ow! Mother of God. Here we go, this is the flower arrangement. I will give you an update once it's kind of bloomed a little bit because obviously it's looking a little bit sparse. So my primary love language is, drum roll, physical touch, which really, really surprises me because I wouldn't say that it is, but equally it does also say that I am ridiculously equal across all the love languages. Just gonna interject really quickly because I've had a few hours to kind of mull over and think about the results I got, and maybe I do kind of see what they were getting at. I definitely think that I'm relatively equal among all the love languages, but maybe the physical affection, I can see why the boat would be tipped in that direction. Because in the past, I think I've definitely had it where like, once the physical affection goes, then the rest of my feelings do too. Like, I'm a firm believer that physical touch for me is needed for like the love to flourish and survive. So actually, yeah, I see it. I see it now. I get it now. I'm 26% physical touch. I'm 23% words of affirmation. See, I would have thought the words of affirmation would have been my main one, but they are quite close. Quality time is 19%, acts of service 23%, and then receiving gifts is only 10%. Right, finally, finish it off. Let's add some water to these bad boys. I don't know if that's too much or not enough. And plant food, they gave me plant food. They gave me plant flower food for today, and then for day 3. It says on the front, your flowers are hungry now. There you go, my babies. Maybe this is my beginning to becoming a really great plant mum. Right, that brings us to the end of this week's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, maybe even a subscribe. We should hang out again. I would love to hang out again. Definitely subscribe. And yeah, thank you for joining me on my self-discovery flower arranging journey. I will see you next week. Bye.